So maybe you've heard about the new Trump account, or a headline that sounds something like free $1,000 for newborns. That is the topic of today's video. So quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only, not investment, tax, or legal advice. The first thing that I want to address that wasn't clear in the social post that I saw is that this account is not automatic and it's not for every kid. And it's definitely not just free money you can pull whenever. But if you understand the rules, this could be a really interesting tool for savvy kids or high-income families. Not just for building wealth, but for teaching and giving context to priceless lessons like taxes, compounding, and delayed gratification. I'm gonna explain exactly what I mean. If we've never met before, I'm Ethan, certified financial planner, and selfishly, I am making this because I have a newborn who this applies to. And I've already had some people ask me about it, so I did some research and I wanted to break it down in this video around what I think is important to know, what you should know to understand the basics, and then some really cool use cases around this new Trump account. So today we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna cover what it is, why anyone would care, who it's for, and who actually gets the $1,000, when it starts, where and how to claim it safely. Then we're gonna get into the rules that matter, and the parent strategy I think is the real magic. And then stick with me to the end because I'm going to share how I plan on using this account for my children. At its core, this is an investment account for kids, but the way it's built is the important part. It uses a traditional IRA framework under the hood, meaning that it's treated like an IRA for a lot of the tax rules, with special rules during childhood called the growth period that override normal IRA behavior. So here's the high-level overview you need to understand. It's an investment account for kids that have a special growth period rules. And during the growth period, contributions have specific limits. Investments are restricted to low-fee, broad-style US indexed options. And the account is mostly hands-off until the year the child turns 18. That covers the what. So that's the high-level overview. Now, why would anyone care? I think it's because it's a structured way to get kids investing early, and time is the cheat code. Let me walk you through two super quick examples. These are just illustrations. I'll use a 7% annual growth rate to keep the math simple. If your kid gets the $1,000 pilot deposit and you never add another dollar, by age 60, that's roughly $58,000. If you do the $1,000 plus you add $5,000 per year until they turn 18, and then you stop investing and you let it compound, that can be around $3 million by age 60. And that's the whole point. This isn't about picking stocks. It's about time, consistency, and low fees. Now, if you were to zoom out from my perspective, I think the big win here is that you can use it as a teaching tool to show kids the power of things like compounding, taxes, and delayed gratification. If you have a newborn and discretionary income that you would like to save and invest for them, this Trump account creates a new opportunity to provide truly life-changing money and financial lessons for your children. So who is this account appropriate for? The who here has two layers and social media seems to mix them up, so let's separate it. Layer one is who you can open the account for. Generally a child who's under 18 based on their election timing and has a valid social security number issued before the election. IRS instructions get very specific on what valid social security number means, so don't skip over this. Layer two is who gets the free $1,000. That's the pilot program and it's much narrower. Eligibility is included for children born in the window from 2025 to 2028. They are a US citizen and the adult has to actually make the election. It's not automatic. It's not every baby gets $1,000 no matter what. It's some kids may qualify if you elect it. So currently, here's the date that matters. No contributions can be accepted before July 4th of 2026, and the $1,000 pilot program also cannot land before July 4th, 2026. It's deposited as soon as practical after the election and account opening is confirmed. So here's where or how you can claim it. The official IRS form is Form 4547. That's the starting point. The IRS also expects an online tool connected to the official program site around mid-2026. But I'd definitely be treating launch dates as expected and not guaranteed. And if you guys are doing any research online, please stick to the irs.gov website or the official program site. Don't click random links from social media. So now I would like to cover the core rules you need to know to best utilize this account. Rule number one is the growth period, which means this account is basically locked up until the child turns 18 years old. So during the growth period, basically childhood, distributions are prohibited until January 1st of the year they turn 18, with narrow exceptions. And IRS guidance is very clear here. There are no hardship withdrawals. So if you want flexibility for random stuff, this is not the oops, we need cash account. Rule number two is around contributions. This is the parent-friendly part in my opinion. Here's what I love. During the growth period, you can fund this account under its rules. It's not blocked the way normal kid IRA conversations usually go. Most contributions are going to be capped at $5,000 per year during the growth period and will be adjusted for inflation, with some exceptions around the $1,000 pilot program or specific rollovers. Rule number 3 is around investments, and they're keeping it simple and boring, and I think that's good. During childhood or the growth period, the investments need to be eligible investments. This is broad, US only index style mutual funds. There can be no leverage in the account. Fees and expenses capped at 0.1%, plus some sector-specific indexes are excluded. So you're not out here day trading or gambling with this account. It's built to be simple long-term investing. Rule number 4, employer contributions are possible, but don't assume you're gonna get them. Employers can contribute through a program with an exclusion limit of $2,500 per employee per year. And the IRS has clarified that's per employee and not per kid. But I wouldn't build your plan assuming your employer is gonna do this. We need to see an adoption rate. Okay, so now that you have an understanding of what this account is and some of the core rules, here's the fun part, and really how I'm thinking about this as a parent. Every year you hire your child and pay them for the appropriate household jobs. Then periodically you sit down to review and contribute to their future account that you match. They put in $2,500, you put in $2,500. Or they put in $500 and you match $500. The amount is not the point. The habit here is the point. And then you get to talk about where it's invested, why it's invested that way, what it could be used for someday, and what compounding actually looks like. And then when they turn 18 and the account begins to be governed by more of the traditional IRA rules, you can teach them the next layer here, which is taxes. That's where you can introduce concepts like Roth conversions in low income years, where you can build a massive tax-free account in retirement. This can teach your kids about income tax, understanding our progressive tax system, and just the fact that learning the rules and understanding them can pay off. Now, I'm not telling you to do this and it's gonna guarantee you millions in a tax-free account. That depends on income, tax rules, and doing the strategy correctly. But I do see this opening up the doors to getting more money into Roth or tax-free buckets at a lower income rate, thus reducing the lifetime taxes that you pay, which I like. So the win here is that kids learn that money can multiply through your matching, investing first, compounding second, taxes third, and then money strategies like Roth conversions once they're old enough to understand it. Not to mention an account that could grow to millions. So if you're interested in electing into this new pilot program, start with Form 4547. And then quick safety note, because this involves kids and social security numbers, the IRS warns that they do not contact you first by text, social media, email to request personal information. So do not get tricked by any fake claim your $1,000 messages. So if you're a high income family thinking, how do I use this well? Here's my take. Make your contributions a family match, and then once a year, do a 15-minute check-in. What did the market do? What did we add? What is it worth? And what will you use this money for in the future? Buying a home, retiring early, going to school, purchasing a car. That's generational wealth, money, and a skill. And if you found this helpful, share it with anyone who has a young kid or anyone who's about to have one. If you would like to be guided through our planning process to uncover your next best money moves, whether it's something fringe like this new Trump account or something more common like IRAs, retirement planning, or tax planning, we got you covered. Visit the website and schedule time to chat with me. And again, quick disclaimer, everybody who's watching this is for education only. It's not investment, tax, or legal advice. See you guys in the next one.